There was a little bit of a hullabaloo going on the other day, and it involves Beyonce because she has a couple of new songs coming out, and she's releasing a country album. Well, now that those songs have come out, one of them is entitled, what was it called? That one was Texas Hold'em.
Texas Hold'em and 16 Carriages are her new songs.
These songs have been released on Spotify and iTunes, and now people are requesting them to be played at radio stations. The problem is one very specific radio station, there's actually two here, said that they got some requests, and now they're being called racist because they said, look, we're a country station, we don't play Beyonce.
Well, of course, they weren't aware that she is making a country album. I find it incredibly sinister that Beyonce is trying to infiltrate country music as a genre and as its own culture, because her fan base is obviously totally separate from it. They don't understand it, and they hate country fans, just like the rest of the entertainment industry.
The worst part about this is like when people talk about how when Donald Trump said everything woke turns to shit, this is actually what he means, which means this is like a group of ready to be offended fans who have no interest in your genre of music are all too happy to come attacking your genre because they want to find the perceived slight and everything, and they're already biased against both your genre and the culture around your genre because of how they believe you feel about them. Not even necessarily how you actually feel about them. But what's funny about this is TMZ was on the case and seems to have figured out why they solved the mystery, and they have exonerated the radio station. So it says a small-town Oklahoma radio station is under fire after a listener accused it of purposely barring Beyonce's new country songs, but the whole thing has been totally warped and, in fact, is now resolved. Here's the deal. Someone on X hopped online Tuesday claiming that KYKC, a local country station in Ada, Oklahoma, I don't know if it's pronounced Ada or Ada, has told them they refused to play Beyonce's two new singles because, quote, they do not play Beyonce.
Right. So she posted the screenshot of the email saying, "Hi, we don't play Beyonce on KYKC as we are a country music station. Thank you." They posted this with the caption, "I requested Texas Hold'em at my local country radio station, and after requesting, I received an email from the radio station stating we don't play Beyonce. This station needs to be held accountable for their blatant racism and discrimination against Beyonce. This is absolutely ridiculous and racist. You guys should be ashamed. I grew up listening to your station." They're trying to cancel
right there. The second
a radio
part,
station.
The second part there, the I grew up listening, that is a tactic, okay? This person likely never listened to this radio station in their life. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. I don't know. But this is what they do, right? They come in, they say, I've always been a part of this group, but now you need to change what you do to cater to me, even though I've never had a problem with it before. It's a tactic.
Obviously, the truth is that this radio station wasn't even aware she released country music.
Yeah.
They didn't have access to the songs yet because they release on streaming before they're available to be played on the radio anyway. And then they caved into the pressure and tweeted, "Lots of calls coming in for Beyonce's Texas Hold'em. It's coming up in minutes," and they played it yesterday afternoon. And they still got hate from the Beehive swarming them in the comments. "Don't try this again. Get ready for her country album."
Dude, that is insane.
Now, was that so difficult?
Don't try this again is a threat.
Another said, "Why did it take backlash for a country radio station to play a country song that's climbing the charts?
By the way, guys,
will Lana Del Rey have the same obstacle? Get it together. We aren't here for any anti-black racism in country music, which derived from black musicians."
The song is not country. Just because your song has a twang in the background doesn't make it country. It's closer to gospel than it is to country.
It's also just not a good song.
And it's just both of them are. The second one is mildly better than the first one. Texas Hold'em is really bad. The second one is mildly better, but they're not country in general. And a lot of people feel this way about people that are a lot closer to country. Like there's plenty of actual country purists who don't like someone like Sam Hunt because they essentially see it as just pop music with a mild twang.
Right, but I mean, genres evolve. A lot of people say that about Jason Aldean.
Yes.
They say that about Morgan Wallen, but these are people that are regularly played on these country stations. But if you listen to Beyonce's song, trust me, it's not country. And also, it's just not a good song and has unnecessary swearing in it. It's kind of meant to be choreographed to like a Beyonce line dance. Like,
yes.
Here are some of the lyrics. "This ain't Texas, ain't no Hold'em, so lay your cards down. Park your Lexus and throw your keys up. I'll be damned if I can't slow dance with you. Come pour some sugar on me, honey, too. It's a real life boogie and a real life hoedown. Don't be a bitch. Come take it to the floor now.
Okay, so this is what the station's general manager said, we are a small market station. We're not in a position to break an artist or help it that much, so it has to chart a bit higher for us to add it, said Roger Harris, the general manager of Southern Central Oklahoma Radio Enterprises, SCORE. But we love Beyonce here. We play her on our other top 40 adult and hit stations, but we're not playing her on our country station yet because it just hasn't come out. This is the problem. People don't go to the logical first conclusion. They have to immediately assume the worst possible outcome, that there's some hillbilly whatever that's keeping them off the radio.
There's hillbilly Trump supporters that are controlling country music.
And everyone knows that that's not how the world actually works, and that's not what even the email wasn't rudely stated. They just said, look, we don't play her here. Whatever.
It's like, don't assign malice where ignorance
Hanlon's law
is more likely. And the Beehive is scary. It's just, no matter what Beyonce does, no matter what shitty music she releases, they will hype it up. Even though it's just so obviously bad, I've never understood why she's so hyped up. And just objectively, like, I'm not a Swiftie, but she's compared to Taylor Swift a lot. Taylor Swift has better music and better country music. I should say that. And also, this is at the same time that Lana Del Rey just announced her next album is going to be a country album. Yeah. And immediately the race hustlers jumped on that. And they were like, Lana can't write real country music because she's from New York and Beyonce is from Texas. Mm-hmm. But they're going to hype up her country album because she's white and she has white privilege. When clearly, like, Lana Del Rey just has way more versatility and talent.
Yeah. They go on. What's funny here is I don't think that this station manager is actually doing himself any favors when he goes on. He says
they don't know what they've started.
He says, I've heard that the songs are leaning towards being country music, and I like that, Harris said. I think that's cool because we get tired of playing the same old beer drinking, truck driving things like that. Stop it. Right now, you are going to do exactly what everyone else in your position does, which is you're going to make the people that actually support you mad at you. And the people that you're catering to aren't actually fans. You're ruining your own career, possibly, by doing this. You're looking for the phantom audience. It doesn't exist. If Beyonce tomorrow said that country is the worst thing to ever happen and it's the devil, every single person that right now is saying that her album is great country music would stop listening entirely and would throw you under the bus as a racist, sexist bigot.
Right.
Stop it.
Right. They're really shooting themselves in the foot.
Yes.
I hate the self-flagellating. Like, you're a country fan. Just be proud of that.
That's all you have to do.
They're shitting on their own brand, basically.
The thing is, though, is nobody's willing to admit that certain things just appeal to certain people. Everyone has to look to widen their demographic. I really do think that's where a lot of the problems, like, we can get into the nitty gritty of the ideological reasons why so many things have gone to shit lately. But a lot of it at the corporate level, at the financial level, is just this myth that you're going to bring in new audiences by trying to appeal to everyone. But anybody with half a brain understands that if you try to appeal to everyone, you end up appealing to no one because it's amorphous and empty. Mm-hmm. It's stupid.
Just know that, like, okay, Beyonce's previous album, Renaissance, is completely like gay nightclub dance music that they're like sniffing ketamine to and doing all sorts of debaucherous things, which I will not name. Yeah. And now all of her white male gay audience is going to hijack this as they're now part of country music. And they're going to start wearing like slutty assless chaps and watching Brokeback Mountain about it. It's just disgusting. And this is why I find it particularly sinister that she's trying to infiltrate this genre right now while hating the audience. And it's the same thing Maren Morris did before she made her dramatic exit out of country music because they're so misogynistic and they're so racist. She's already played on these country stations.
Yes.
So she just doesn't deserve the airtime.
The only rap artists that should ever do country is, of course, Bone Thugs and Harmony with the masterpiece Ghetto Cowboy. It's a fantastic song.
Think of an R&B artist that would try to do country music. They would get laughed at, right?
It's easier for a country artist to cross over, I suppose.
Could a country artist try to do R&B music? A white country artist try to do R&B or rap without getting laughed at?
Tim McGraw and Nelly did a song together. back in the day.
And it was a mistake.
Yes.
Some artists can seamlessly shift between genres, but Beyonce doesn't have that talent.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
She's been overhyped and overpaid for too long, and it's over for her, is what I'm saying.
So you know what that means? We need a Ben Shapiro country song to really even out the scales.
Yeah, he said his rap career is over. He didn't say his music career is over. So he could have something up his sleeve.
Somebody in the chat, let us know, what would Ben Shapiro's country name be? Or his country album?
I wish I were clever enough to riff on that, but I don't know.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.